Hello, I've just come off a mastermind session I've been running, and one of the themes was asking for the business, and it just made me realise and remind me, how often we all aren't so great at asking for the business. So I thought I'd just give you three scripts, three ways of asking for the business that we should be doing. So the first one, the really simple one, is literally asking for the business. Way too often what we do is we hand over the proposal and then we shuffle away saying, oh, if you could let us know, that would be really nice, but no rush because things are that's entirely the wrong way to go around asking for the business. What I'm talking about is that you in a pretty direct way ask for the business. So you deliver, ideally in person, although that's not so easy right now. You deliver the proposal and you just look them in the eye, and you may have to do this over Zoom, but you look them in the eye and say, here is a proposal. We're really excited about the idea of working with you. Can I just be really clear that as we were putting the proposal together, all the guys and gals back at the office just recognised there's so much commonality, so many shared values between yourself and ourselves. So just want to make it really clear so you actually know, we would be really excited about the idea of working with you and look forward to starting a really successful and prosperous relationship with you. Now, maybe that's a little bit over the top, but my point is this, that you put your heart on your sleeve. The potential client doesn't know what you think and what you feel. And most proposals are very rational and not a lot about the emotional and irrational. And yet we know, and we quote ourselves quite often by saying, decision making is essentially an emotional reaction to something. It's not a rational thing. So that's number one. Number one way of asking for the business. Put your heart on your sleeve. Number two could be asking for referrals, could be asking for the business. Again, it's dead straightforward. It's a handful of questions you ask someone. First question is, what is it you really love? Just trying to get a sense of what's going on in your business and our relationship. So 3 questions for you, please. First question, what is it that you really love about our business? And they'll say they love your creativity and your timeliness and so on and so forth. And then you say, okay, the second question, this is the real question I wanted to ask you, Miss Client, is what is it you really hate about our business? And they say, well, we don't like the way you invoice. We still find the price is a bit rich. We sometimes wonder whether the social media stuff you do actually adds real value. And then you ask the real question, which is the real question which you really wanted to ask, which is, what is it would we need to do to get more business from you? What is it we would need to do to get more business from you? And the really interesting thing is they tell you, they will say, if you could demonstrate that we got £3 of sales for every £1 we spent with you, then we'd spend more money with you. Or if they said, if you could demonstrate to us that we only needed to use 3 channels, then we'd invest more money with you. Now, the alternative of that final question, what do we need to do to get more business from you, would be, what do we need to do to get some referrals from you? And again, similar process or 2. Final, so number 1 is put your heart on your sleeve. Number 2 is just literally ask those questions around what are we doing well, what are we not doing well, what do we need to do to get more business from you? And the final one is actually really asking for the referral. Now, everyone talks about asking for referrals as if it's something that just kind of happens, but I think you actually need to put in place what I would call operation referrals. And operation referrals means, for a period of 6 weeks, we will ask every single one of our existing clients and past clients for a referral, and you use a script. And I'm going to give you a script you can adapt and adjust, because I don't think it's clever to have a script which you just rattle through. But the questions go as follows, and my point is this will generate referrals for you. Question 1 is brackets, and you want them to answer every question with the word yes. As you know, we're in a growth phase of business. We're really trying to grow our customer base. Yes. And just to confirm, you were delighted with our product or service, and it did solve the problem that you had when we started working with you. Now, you can only ask that question if you've done the customer survey, which guarantees that you delivered on your promise. So they will say yes. So question 1 is, we're growing. They'll say yes. Question 2 is, you were delighted with our product or service. They'll say yes. And question 3 is, you must know other people who had the similar set of issues and problems as you had when we first met you. Yes, they're getting slightly more nervous. They're wondering where this is leading. So the next question, question 4, is now, and presumably you could actually write down the names of those people, and they kind of go yes. So the next question is, now this would be, it would be really rude of us, and you'd be really upset if we just grabbed hold of that list and phoned them up and kind of cold called them. You'd be even more furious if we mentioned your name. Am I right in thinking that? And they'll say yes. So this is what we'd like you to do. What we'd like you to do is think of, on that list, think of who it is that has problems like yours and that we could help. And this is a win-win-win. And what we'd like you to do is give them a call, tell them about how you had the problem, how we sorted it out, and ask if they would like to be introduced to us. And this is a win-win-win on 3 levels. 1, it's a win for their referral person because they get access to us. It's a win for your client because they're referring someone they're being seen as the good people, and it's a win for you. And the extraordinary thing is that 9 out of 10 times people grab hold of their mobile phone, literally in front of you, and phone up, or they start emailing in front of you. And here's the rub, okay? The rub is this, is I say that it works, but I know that 9 out of 10 of you won't bother doing it. And here's the worry. The worry is that your competition might actually be doing this, because the people who do this will get more referrals. Okay, so enough of the maths of whether you should or shouldn't do it and who's doing it and who's not doing it. Let's just go through the referral script again. So as you know, we're in a growth stage of the business. As you know, we're trying to grow the business. Yeah, you were happy with our product or service when we did it. You felt it solved the problem. Yes. You must know other people who had the similar problem. You must be able to write down the names of people who had that similar problem. You would be upset if we approached those people, cold call them, and you'd be even more upset if we mentioned your name without your permission. This is what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to phone or call those people, tell them about when you had the problem, how we sorted it out, and ask if they'd like an introduction. This is a win-win-win. Everybody wins. I repeat, very few of you will actually do this, but those of you who do it will win. My worry is that your competition will ask for the business in that way. So 3 ways of asking for the business. Number 1, if we go all the way back, is just putting your heart on the sleeve. Number 2 is asking for the business just by saying, what do we need to do to get more business from you? And number 3 is the referral script. I really hope you found that useful. I hope you're going to apply some of those tools and tips to your agency, because I really feel these are things that actually work. Thank you very much for listening.